There's one important factor to any great garden, and that is the lawn. Sometimes we end up with buying a new home where there is no lawn, and the first thing we want to do is put it down. Very often when builders have been there, they've trashed what you did have, and you have to start the process all over, or you might just be adding a new section. Well, that's when the step-by-step process is really going to stand you in good stead. Why do we put it down? How do we put it down? And how do we get it right? Let's take you through all of that so that you know just what to do. So the first thing that we need to do is get rid of the dead lawn, the old lawn, or the rubble wherever you've been working. This is really important. You can take it up literally by using a spade, and then what you need to do is dig it in. Now, I used a rotavator to turn this all in, which makes life a whole lot easier. This little gadget does the job just perfectly. What is important is that you add down a thick layer of compost so that you can add nutrition into the soil, because very often it's been trampled on, it's been compacted, which is why it's important to turn the soil either with a garden fork or a rotavator. Once the soil has been turned over, it's then important to get your levels right. Here you need to rake it down so that you get an even application. There's nothing worse than putting down your lawn and then working out that your levels weren't right. So get your levels perfect. Using a steel rake, use the top end and the back end of it to pull your lines beautifully. Once you've done that, got rid of all the clogs, any stones that might have been in your way, you're good to go with the next step. What a beautiful sight. Gorgeous lawn in fresh sods. We've got our fertilizer and we are ready to start laying the lawn. Guys, this is the easy part. The hard part is all the prep. When you've had to turn it in and you've had to get rid of the clods, you've added your compost and you've raked it nice and level, because there's only one chance to get your levels right, and that was now. If you are happy that your levels are right, it's then time to start laying down your lawn. And what we do need is a good base fertilizer, and 232 will do exactly the job. Now folks, we're not interested in greening right now. What we're interested in is root development, which is why 232 as a general fertilizer does the job. The 3 in the middle, the 232, the 3 promotes root growth. So it's all about the roots right now. Let's get this down. It's a handful per square meter over the area where I'm going to start laying my first sod. So folks, when you are buying lawn, please make sure that when you are getting it, that there's a nice mat of roots on the base. Sometimes when you buy the lawn, literally it's been cut too thin and you're left with weeds. You need this beautiful thick rooting system right at the base here. Please make sure that it's fresh, and if you do get it, you need to put it down ASAP. Don't let it sit around. Starting off, I'm going to pop it into the corner here. I've got my edging, which makes life so much easier, and really work it into your corners. Oh, let's have the picnic. Let's go for the next one. When putting your sods together, so linking this guy up with this guy, it's really important that you get it as close as possible so that it's a good fit, almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Get them right in, because you don't want gaps over here where it's going to die and the sun is going to get in there and burn those sensitive roots. So really nice and close up, get it in there and give it a good pat. Folks, I would only do literally a couple of meters at a time and then water it in. Remember, you've got active fertilizer here. You don't want this sitting in the bright sunlight. So put down a few, give it a good watering and carry on. Little bits, bite-sized chunks. I've chosen an LM lawn, also known as Berea Shade. And look at this now, a couple of weeks later, and look how amazing it is. I mean, literally, this is instant. That's why they say instant lawn, proof is in the pudding. What is important is that once it's been put down, every day, if it doesn't rain, a light watering for 10 minutes per section. That's it, no longer than that. Give it a good watering, and slowly after 10 to 12 days, so you can start reducing the amount of water that you're giving it. After 2 weeks, then your first mowing. And don't cut it too short, just to take the first little spears just off the lawn, take those bits off, and what that does is it forces the lawn to spread out even further. There are various different types of lawns that you can choose, from kikuyu to Synodon to Alem or Berea Shade. Ask your local garden centre what will suit your area best, and that would be my best advice. About 6 weeks after your lawn has been laid, apply 713 to it, which is really going to thicken it up quite nicely. That will also just encourage your greening and help the healthy process. And that's it, guys. And the rest is just to enjoy it with people and dogs alike.